And I've noticed too that throughout the time in office that you really don't, when people try to go there with you and you sort of put the brakes on, you don't really like to emphasize that you're a young female in the office.
You never have to emphasize what people can see. You should never have to talk about what people can see. It should always be about what you have to say. And so I'm always going to be Indian and they can see that. I'm always going to be female and they can see that. I'm always going to be one of the youngest governors and they can see that. I don't need to tell them things that they can already see. What I need to do is prove that those things are assets and not challenges.
And tell me about that. Do you see being a woman in this job as an asset?
I do. I think you have to make all of those differences an asset. It makes you stand out more. You know, are you part of the guys club? No, but you don't necessarily want to be part of the guys club. I think that when you speak, you're more noticed when you speak. And I think that women are great at balancing. We're good at everything we do because we can multitask. And we know how to be great moms and wives and leaders all at the same time. And so I've always thought it was an asset. And I think that every woman should own it. What challenges we bring to ourselves is we second guess ourselves. We always try and say, well, what if this happens? Or what if I'm not ready? Or what if I don't know enough? And that's where women hold themselves back because men typically just go very quickly with their gut. And I think that women need to learn more to just trust their gut and go out there and do it.
When you ran, did you have that concern that maybe I'm a woman, I'm a mom, they'll target me for this, did you think asset or liability, I guess?
Everybody told me it was a liability. Everybody. People said, you're too young, you've got small children, you can't do this, you should start at school board level, you don't need to run for the State House. It was because they all told me no that I did it. It was actually out of frustration that I thought, why is it that all of these people think I can't do this? I know I can. I don't want to run for school board. I care about state issues. I know that I can still be a good mom and a good wife. So it was really trying to prove to everyone that what they thought was wrong. And when I got there, you know, I would go to meetings and there would be little handprints on my skirts, or instead of pulling out a pen, I'd pull out a crayon. Those things do happen, but at the same time, you know, that's part of what you do. But it showed that, you know, you can have young children, you can be a good wife, and you can be a good leader at the same time. It's just that balance that every woman does every day that we have to make sure that we follow.
So would you encourage other women to come in, especially the politics in South Carolina are very unkind, to say the least?
I need other women to come in. We have the lowest women elected officials in the country. That's not because it's harder because you're a woman, it's because there's not enough of us willing to run. We have to just understand that men aren't going to hold us back. We are the only ones holding us back. The more women that will be out there, the less hard it will be on the women that are already here. And so we need more women to run. We have the majority of the voting bloc. We know so many experiences about taking care of our parents and our children and the finances and jobs and how to balance all of that, that it makes for a better, just like I don't want a legislature full of Republicans or a legislature full of Democrats, it's the balance that works. It's the same with men and women. We need to have both sets of experiences to really make sure that the state is great.
Okay, I have one more question that's sort of off topic, but just with Augusta, with the two women getting in, especially Condoleezza Rice, what are your thoughts on that?
I thought it was great. I was really pleased to see Condoleezza Rice and Darla Moore put on that board. You know, I think that they had a tradition, and I am one that always respects traditions, but I think this all started with the fact that they had a CEO that changed, that was a man, that they suddenly elected a female CEO, and there was all this question on, well, we can't let her get on there. So the fact that they added her and then added Condoleezza Rice and Darla Moore, I think it speaks a lot for the Masters, and I think it speaks a lot about them moving forward.